Okay, so this is my tutorial of how I dyed my hair alpine green and turquoise. As you can see, I've got a lot of root regrowth, haven't dyed it in a couple of months. Okay, so what you want to do first is brush your hair through, it will make it a lot easier to separate. I put mine into 2 sections, you can do more if you want, but 2 sections works for me, so that's just what I do. You want to twist it up, make sure it doesn't get caught up with the bottom section. Now you grab your powdered bleach. Some bleach packets come with the peroxide in already with them and you don't have to mix it, some don't. I got a separate one, but it just depends on what brand you use. Now you want to grab your gloves out of the packet because you do not want this stuff getting on your hands. Now tap the bleach packet to make sure when you open it doesn't go everywhere, and then pop it into a plastic container, not a metal one because it reacts with the peroxide. Now grab your liquid one. I've got the max strength, but depending on your original natural hair colour will depend on what kind of strength you need. Once you've completely emptied the bottle, just wipe it around before you throw it away and mix this completely. It will turn into kind of a light blue paste, but make sure all the bleach is in there properly, and remove your cat. Now you want to place Vaseline around problem areas such as your ears and the sides of your face. I have really sensitive skin, so I do not want this getting anywhere on me. Also, if you're wondering how gross it is to remove Vaseline from all your piercings afterwards, it's horrific. Now you want to just go around the bottom section, which is sectioned off, and just apply it to all your roots. Make sure you get right to the front. You'll see later I kind of miss this bit. It's because I do have really sensitive skin. I just worry about getting it on there. And make sure you go all the way around as well, because sometimes it's difficult to get the bits at the back. Last time I had my boyfriend to help me, today I didn't, but to be honest you can feel what parts have been covered and what parts haven't, so it's pretty easy to tell where you need to go. Now what you want to do is cling film the section that you just bleached. It stops the bleach from drying out, as with any hair dye or anything you should always cling film anyway, and it just protects it from getting on any surfaces. I just done one lot round right at the top of the roots, and then one lot again here, which kind of pushed it back into a ponytail. Now you bring the second top section down. I just sectioned off my fringe to start. My hair's really thick, so it's kind of difficult on the top section to get it everywhere, so I just grab little sections at a time and work my way from the front to back. Near the back area here is where it gets super thick, so you can see the sections I grab get smaller and smaller progressively. Once again, if you've got someone around just to help you, make sure you've got all the back bits, because last time I did miss a little bit in the corner where I hadn't quite got it there properly, but to be honest it doesn't really matter anyway if you're having it like a dark green like I am on the top, because you're not really going to see a little bit of roots if you've missed it. Once again, you want to cling film this section. It makes you look ultra attractive, but you just got to do it. While my bleach is developing, I'm mixing my colours. This is the turquoise dye from Directions. It's kind of like a gel, like that. I tried to tip out and it doesn't, so you have to spoon it out. Make sure you get as much out as possible from the tub, and just get that all in there. Now just grab a cheap brand of conditioner and squirt as much as you need to get the desired colour or amount of dye. I actually didn't need this much. You'll see later I have so much of this blue. I'm used to having to dilute it so much because my hair's so long, but you really didn't need to with this one if you're using 2 colours like I was. Okay, now I'm just bringing out my hair after it's developed. Now what you want to do is just check that you've got everywhere. I'm just inspecting where I've missed, which is right at the front, like I said at the beginning, just because I'm worried about my skin, so I just try and keep it off there, but it doesn't really matter. Next you want to rinse out the bleach with some warm water, and after you're done, you should look like Malfoy. it's important to towel dry your hair as much as possible. You don't want it completely dry when you're applying the colours, but as dry as possible with a towel would be excellent. Okay, so the first colour I'm applying is the Crazy colour in Pine Green. My boyfriend got this one for me because they didn't have the Alpine Green in directions, but I'm actually really happy with this colour. It doesn't look like you'd get a lot in the pot, but I probably could have pretty much covered my entire hair with just this one cylinder, and my hair is down to my tailbone. It's so long and so thick. So I was actually really impressed. And I am doing the voiceover for this like a month after I've actually dyed it, and the colours haven't faded at all. They've stayed in my hair, but the green has turned into a blue, so it hasn't faded at all. It's just changed colour, which is quite cool, because every time you wash your hair, you just get a different colour, and it feels like you've dyed it all over again. Okay, so this colour is just going on kind of the top 2/3 of my hair. It'll be the blue that's on the bottom third, but you just want to work it through, massage it, make sure you've got it in all of the strands of your hair, because I'm known to miss a lot. Especially places on the top where root regrowth is going to happen, you want to make sure it's right against your scalp, so you can delay that as much as possible. It does kind of stain your scalp until you wash it again, but I don't really care about that because no one thinks my hair's naturally green anyway, so if I get dye anywhere it doesn't matter. Also, a quick note, I usually do this when I'm by myself, so I don't have a top on at all, but obviously when I'm filming, I put one on. I get a lot of dye everywhere at the end of this, and I was stained for a good week. I had to go into work completely covered in blue and green dye. I find working with a towel around me really annoying though, so I just kind of put up with it. You can scrub off the excess dye in the shower like after a few days. But if you're not cool with that, then just put Vaseline everywhere, and you'll see me cut in hindsight staring at the Vaseline longingly after this, wondering how I got so much blue everywhere. Okay, so we're just chucking in the turquoise into the ends now. As you can see, I'm just massaging it in, making sure I get all the strands. Like I said at the beginning, there is so much of this dye, it's ridiculous. I could have done another like 2 feet of hair with this. So I go up a little bit further with this blue than I was intending to, but that's okay because it just blended with the green anyway. Now this is how I blend it. Lots of people do different things. You can apply this and the bleach with a brush instead, and people say that's the correct way to do it, but I don't really have time for that. So you just kind of move up and down just to blend the two colours together. Now I'm just bringing it round to make sure I've got all the strands, and I'm going to cling film all of it, but I'm just cling filming this blue section by itself to start off with, just to make sure the two colours don't mix while they're developing. And then I bring it around and just twist it into kind of like a bun, and then I'll cling film my head and make myself look like a Bulbasaur. Now the directions say to leave this to develop for like 15 to 30 minutes. I leave mine on for 3 hours because it stains your hair more, it gives you longer lasting colour, and here's Captain Hindsight with the Vaseline. Okay, so after 3 hours I take my hair out and it's absolutely dripping. Now once again, just like with the bleach, you want to rinse this with warm water, and loads of it will come out in the shower. Now here's me taking my hair out and realising quite how green I just dyed it. You want to grab an old towel to towel dry your hair after this, just because you still got some dye in your hair and it will still stain, so you don't want to use any white towels or anything if they're your best towels. Now just go around the entire thing, towel drying it as best you can. I'm going to blow dry mine to get the desired effect, so I use R&B hair conditioner from Lush. This is $12.95 per pot, so it's quite expensive, but it goes so far. You only need to use a little bit at a time, and it makes my hair so conditioned and stops it all snapping off, which is very important because I bleach it quite frequently. Now I'm just grabbing a heat defense spray. This is just one my boyfriend's mum gave to me, but it's quite good and it smells amazing, so I keep using it. And here's the final product. I'm absolutely in love with this. The camera I'm using doesn't give it justice. It looks like it's all kind of a turquoisey green colour, but it's not. There is a definite ombre that you can see in natural light. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!